Hello friends, welcome to Shriram's. The topic for today's discussion is Planetary Pressures Adjusted Human Development Index. Backstory. More than 30 years ago, the United Nations Development Programme created a new way to conceive and measure progress. Instead of using growth in gross domestic product as the sole measure of development, it ranked countries by their human development measured by income, education, and longevity. The Human Development Index is a summary measure of average achievement in key dimensions of human development: a long and healthy life, being knowledgeable, and having a decent standard of living. The HDI was created to emphasize that people and their capabilities should be the ultimate criteria for assessing the development of a country, not economic growth alone. How far can we rely on the HDI as a mirror of progress? To a great extent. However, HDI captures only part of what human development entails. It does not reflect on inequalities, human security, environmental degradation, empowerment, etc. The UNDP offers other indices for inequality, gender disparity, and poverty. What innovations have so far been made to the HDI to make it more intensive? HDI over the years was adjusted to inequality, gender disparity, poverty, etc. What is the statistical innovation in the HDR 2020? HDR 2020 adjusts the HDI to consumption of natural resources, called material footprint, and also carbon dioxide emissions. A country's material footprint measures the amount of material extracted to meet domestic demand for goods and services. That includes biomass, fossil fuels, metal, and non-metal ores. The resulting index is called the Planetary Pressures Adjusted Human Development Index. It is an experimental index that adjusts the Human Development Index for planetary pressures in the Anthropocene. The PHDI discounts the HDI for pressures on the planet to reflect a concern for intergenerational inequality. The PHDI captures the excessive human pressure on the planet, country by country. Why the PHDI? The PHDI shows how much we are depriving our future generations. It should be seen as an incentive for transformation. It helps to improve and save the planet and enhance the quality of life. In an ideal scenario, where there are no pressures on the planet, the PHDI equals HDI. However, as pressures increase, PHDI falls below the HDI. In this sense, the PHDI measures the level of human development when planetary pressures are considered. If a country puts no pressure on the planet, its PHDI and HDI would be equal. But the PHDI falls below the HDI as pressure rises. When the pressure reduces, PHDI is above the HDI, as in Sweden, as we will see. Can you give examples of the rankings of country changing from HDI to PHDI? Take Norway. For 3 decades, Norway has been a leading star in annual reports issued by the UN Development Programme. But this year, the country that is backed by an oil-fueled economy loses significant ground. It is number 1 on HDI but drops to 16th position of 189 countries on the PHDI. Take Finland. Finland drops steeply when issues of planetary pressures are included. Finland is number 30 in the adjusted index compared to number 11 in the HDI ranking. Sweden is an exception. Sweden is the 6th best in the PHDI, 1 place higher than the regular HDI. What about India? Out of 189 countries, India has ranked 131 with an HDI value of 0.645, which is the medium human development category. HDI and PHDI are about the same for India. What is the message of HDR 2020? The report argues that as people and planet enter an entirely new geological epoch, the Anthropocene or the age of humans, it is time for all countries to redesign their paths to progress. What is Anthropocene? Earth's history is divided into hierarchical series of smaller chunks of time, referred to as geological timescale. These divisions are called eons, eras, periods, epochs, and ages. These units are classified based on Earth's rock layers or strata and the fossil found between them. For examining these fossils, scientists know that certain organisms are characteristics of certain parts of geologic record. The study of this correlation is called stratigraphy. Officially, the current epoch is called Holocene, which began 11,700 years ago after the last major ice age. However, the Anthropocene epoch is an unofficial unit of geologic time used to describe the most recent period in Earth's history when human activity started to have a significant impact. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast.